Sentence frames. We've talked a lot about how to build a sentence. One of the ways you do this is by using sentence frames. When you're learning a new language, you start with very simple sentences. The house is white. And you practice by using different words. The house is white. The house is big. The house is old. This is a sentence frame. You can make simple sentences in English by saying the house is, and then putting an adjective there. And you can put in any adjective you want. Old, white, big. You can also make a more flexible frame by replacing more than one word. So instead of the house is old, we could put in a different noun for house. So the noun is adjective. And we have two blanks in our sentence frame. So instead of the house is old, we could say the man is old. Or the food is delicious. As you learn more in the language, your sentences get longer and more complicated, but you can still use sentence frames to practice. So here's a sentence. It was a beautiful day, so we went to the park. We actually have two sentences, two clauses here. It was a beautiful day. We went to the park. And we join them together with the conjunction so to make one sentence. It was a beautiful day, so we went to the park. Let's turn this into a sentence frame. Beautiful is an adjective, so we can say any kind of day there by replacing beautiful with a different adjective. Went, simple past verb, and to the park gives us some information about when. It was a beautiful day, so we went to the park. It was a rainy day, so we stayed home. It was a sunny day, so we drove to the beach. It was a cold day, so we stayed in bed. Here's a sentence from our reading. Frances was drinking tea when she heard the fire trucks. We can turn this into a sentence frame. Someone was drinking something when someone heard something. So we need two subjects and two objects. So we could say, Howard was drinking coffee when he heard a noise. We can make a more flexible sentence frame by replacing the verbs. Instead of was drinking, we put a different past progressive verb there. And instead of heard, we put a different simple past verb there. So Frances was drinking tea when she heard the fire trucks. Mom was cooking dinner when she burned her hand. Paul was buying groceries when he saw his girlfriend. My son was doing homework when he lost his pen. Maria was walking the dog when she felt a raindrop. It's good practice to take a frame like this and see how many sentences you can make out of it. You can also use sentence frames with spoken English in the kind of conversation that we call small talk. For example, this is the sort of thing it would be very common to say. Did you see the accident? We can turn that into a sentence frame as well. Did you, verb, base form, the object. And you could make sentences like, did you hear the news? Did you try the guacamole? Did you buy the car? Did you finish the homework? Did you remember the milk? So sentence frames are a very good way to improve your writing and your speaking. You can learn about how sentences are put together by taking a sentence that you hear or a sentence that you read and then analyzing it. What are the verbs? What are the nouns? How is it put together? Then copy it, turn it into a frame, and practice making lots of different sentences.